from my own perspective, I try to look at markets where instead of trying to surf a wave, I try to look for markets where the tide is going to go up. Because then even if you miss the wave, you're probably going to do okay as long as you're not going to bet in a company that is not going to exist. So I try to look for some of these long-term trends that are within the next 5 years. There is a reasonable hypothesis that the entire class on the entire area is going to have an upward motion of value. And then on that, then I look at obviously the actual companies are they too early and I'm just making a bet? How do they have a proven concept that then is a matter of scaling? And I like to have a portfolio of those. Some of them more in growth stage where, okay, it has been proven and now it's a matter of putting more money to grow it. And then the earlier it is, the more emphasis I place on the actual team.
Yeah, I was just gonna go there. Yep, exactly.
So
The founder and the team, right?
I think I think it's still a disproportionately important element of it. It's kind of interesting. I've talked to very experienced investors, and um, in their view, it's kind of like the idea is worth nothing. You invest on the team. You don't invest on the idea. I think is how I tend to do it. I tend to kind of like look at these teams that kind of like have this spark. They have a lot of skin in the game. They're putting their own money. They're spending their own time. They're, stressing their own family for it. So that they're going to really care about success. Hopefully in a market that has this tide, and then I see that spark in the eye, that creativity that we mentioned, the curiosity, the ability to adapt. I look for those characteristics.
Yeah, one of the interesting things that, when I look at the portfolio of startups that I've invested in, there's, I invested in founders pre-COVID, and founders, you're going to get different things that hit you all the time, but you see the resilience of the founders that kind of pivoted, navigated, ran their business, and they kind of survived it and continue to thrive through it.